Over the next 10 minutes, I'll walk you through Toddle, but only the map, not every corner. Two things up front. First, this video is about where things are, not how to do them. Where do I find the plan? Where do I find my tasks? Where does the work end up? Second, everything I skip today either gets its own video later, or you simply won't need it in your first few weeks. Not doing any of this alone. For the planning side, you have your PYP and MYP coordinators. For where on earth is that button? That's me, just ask. If you remember only one thing from this video, make it this. Toddle has 3 layers and they build on each other. 1. The unit plan. That's the planning. What is being learned, why and how it gets assessed. This is where the IB structure lives. 2. The assignment. That's what students actually see. The task, the submission, your feedback. And this matters. An assessment in Toddle is an assignment. It just has assessment criteria attached to it. 3. Gradebook and portfolio. That's where the result lands. The score in the gradebook, the proof, what Toddle calls evidence in the portfolio. Plan it, run it, evidence it. Everything else in Toddle hangs off these 3 boxes. This is your home screen. And it has 2 halves. Up top, models and projects. These tiles are the school level tools. The good news, most of them you don't need today or also not in the next few weeks. From this grid, exactly 2 tiles matter today. School library and the assignment manager. All the other tiles don't matter right now. More important down here. Below the tiles, your classes. That's the second half and that's where you will spend your time. Real quick, school library. The school's shared materials, cupboard plus every unit that's been built here across the year, filterable by academic year, grade and even subject. And one important thing that goes with it, you will see last year's unit in there and you will be able to copy them into your class if needed. Please don't do that for now. Bringing units across is being coordinated by your MYP and PYP coordinators, 1 unit at a time, so that last year's documentation and this year's don't end up sitting on top of each other in your class. Your coordinator handles that. When you need the next one, ask for it. This is just very important for the documentation process in Toddle. So browse the library all you like. You also can copy elements out of it or whatever you need, but just don't import from it on your own. Then the assignment manager. This is your across everything view. All tasks from all of your classes in one place. For each one you see which class it belongs to. When it's due, how many students have submitted and how much of that you have already graded. The filters at the top let you narrow it down. Only what's due this week or only what's still waiting on your feedback. Practically speaking, this is the screen you check on a Monday morning to know what's coming. Now the most important part, your classes. Click on your class and this is the overview of your class. From this point on, you're inside exactly one class. Everything you see belongs only to it. And you navigate here through the sidebar. So here is the course plan. Here you're going to find your units. And then you have your assignments, the gradebook, and class portfolio. You also can use the weekly planner or class announcements. For us now, for the beginning, we'll look at assignments, briefly the gradebook, the portfolio, and then course plan, where the centerpiece is waiting. One important thing, if you click on course plan, your class is not going to be full. Right now you will find the first unit of the year and not much else. No assignments yet, no grades, no evidence. And that's not a mistake and it's nothing you did wrong or has to be fixed. We are bringing units across one at a time so that last year's and this year's documentation don't overlap. And that one unit is not a blank page either. It's last year's unit, content that already worked, carried over with this year's dates, going through it and bringing it up to date is exactly what your first meetings are for. You never have to work by yourself, you're always working with your coordinators. Then assignments. This is the heart of your day-to-day. Last year we worked with Google Classroom. If you're familiar with Google Classroom, this is the same thing, it has just different names. At the top every task in this class. By far, the most important for you in the first weeks is this here, the assignments. So you can create an assignment for your students. You click on Create New, and I also would like you to focus just here on the quick task, so you can just make any assignment you want for your students. You're going to learn later what's a formative assessment, a summative assessment, or a learning experience. The thing is, quick task is just an assignment which you want the students to do, and formative assessment and summative assessment or learning experience, you're going to add criteria to assess at their actual work. But most important, just click on quick task, and then you can add any title you want, your instructions, and that's pretty much it. You click on assign. So now the only thing you have to decide is, do you want to have a submission in this task? If you forget to deactivate this is no problem at all. But if this is a task just without a submission, just deactivate it, and then you can assign, and it's done. The students are going to get a notification that they have a new assignment. If you create assignments with criteria, so you have formative or summative assessment, they're gonna show up automatically in your gradebook. I cannot show that because there are student names in it. So now you already know the most important things. Last thing, we're gonna have a quick look into your course plan. So this is the centerpiece. This is where you find out what a unit actually is. And let me be clear about one thing. This planner is yours. What you're looking at is last year's unit carried over with this year's dates. This is just to improve last year's lessons and maybe make a progress, or you can entirely rebuild this unit. So your job together with your MYP and PYP coordinator is bring it up to date. The details, the dates, what are you actually want to do this time round, what things you want to keep, what things you want to get rid of. The meaning of all this you're also going to learn in the meetings. I'm just here to show you where you can find it. So as a summary, your total for the first few weeks comes down to 3 questions. What's this unit about? So you can find that in your course. Click on course plan, and then you will find your first unit from the last year. Second question, what do I need to do this week? You can look at the assignments manager over here, and you will see the assignments you made over the last days or weeks. And the third question, how do I capture what a student can do? So for that, you only need to know for now that if you create a quick task or anything else here, and you can add criteria to assess the actual assignment. And that's all for now. For the evidence and portfolio, there's already another video online, but you don't need to worry about that now.